The career opportunities within the public sector and the civil service are huge in terms of Guernsey government, the breadth and depth of jobs that are available, not forgetting we're a national government, even be it on a micro scale, and also with the delivery of services at a local government level. So really we're talking from an expansion of jobs through air traffic control all the way through to waste management, then the vocational careers such as law enforcement, teaching, doctors, nurses, as well as the more generic and professional tasks you would find such as scientists, researchers, lawyers. There's a huge range of opportunities available. Often people say, well, what is there just to be a civil servant? Do you put a tie on and do lots of writing? But of course, it isn't about that. For example, we are the biggest purchasers and procurement of goods and services. So you could specialise in that. In terms of capital infrastructure investments, we run probably the biggest projects on the islands in terms of infrastructure. So if you really wanted to hone your skills in, say, project management or program and portfolio management, you could take a career line developing through that, the same as you could through, for example, human resources, finance, information and technology. You can specialise within the public sector and civil service. There are so many career opportunities available within the public sector, and it's really exciting because you work on scale. So if you wanted to specialise, for example, in human resources, there's over 5,500 staff. What bigger organisation to learn your skills in HR? But the same way as you might leave university, or you might come from higher education and think, I'm really interested in justice and equality. And you can work in justice and equality in several different areas, but not necessarily be a lawyer. So you could go and work for the law officers' chambers as a paralegal, as an executive officer, as a researcher, or you could work within law enforcement itself, not as a police officer. You might choose to be a police officer, but indeed you could work in data protection, you could work in, again, research, in communications. There's just a plethora of jobs available. There is also multiple choices, so you can work in portering in the hospital, you could become a skilled worker and work as a mechanic in States work. And I think it's really important that you could also leave school directly and work in the public sector. You could finish your A-levels and become an executive officer. Indeed, you could go higher education and come here on our graduate scheme, which is a really fantastic scheme. But also, I think we mustn't forget, we're also signed up to the Disabilities Charter. And if anybody's got any particular disability, it could be autism, it could be dyslexia, we're really keen that we actually take people from a broad background and are very welcome in being signed up to the Disability Employers Charter to take such candidates into the States of Guernsey.